Gun violence is preventable, but when elected officials refuse to stand up to the gun lobby and protect our community, it becomes inevitable, and it's costing lives. I've witnessed how gun violence doesn't just shatter families, it shatters entire communities. I've stood with survivors. I've pleaded alongside advocates. I've grieved with friends who lost loved ones in mass shootings, including at Pulse nightclub, which happened 9 years ago this month. June is National Gun Violence Awareness Month. It's a moment to remember those whose lives have been stolen by this vicious and preventable crisis. But remembrance without action is just hollow, and it's not enough. Look, our Constitution protects the right to bear arms, but our founding fathers did not envision an America where civilians could obtain weapons of mass murder and massacre children in classrooms. And yet gun violence continues to be the #1 cause of death for children in the United States. There is no reason to have weapons of war in our neighborhood. There's no reason we need to keep seeing heartbreaking headlines. And there's no reason for families to get that call that their loved one was killed because they were shot at a movie theater, or at a place of worship, or at a grocery store, or at a nightclub, or in their classroom. We are the only nation on earth with this kind of epidemic. And it's not because Americans are more homicidal. The data doesn't lie. When places implement smart, common sense gun safety laws, fewer people die by gun violence. I'm proud to have been a part of the progress in Delaware during my time in the state Senate. Because of the relentless work of advocates, activists, and elected officials, we passed evidence-based reforms. We established universal background checks. We banned assault weapons and bump stocks, devices that convert handguns into fully automatic weapons, as well as large capacity magazines. We instituted a permit to purchase policy for handguns. But progress hasn't just been limited to the states. In the aftermath of the horrific Uvalde shooting, Congress took action. They passed the bipartisan Safer Communities Act, the most significant action to combat gun violence in America in 30 years. And yes, you heard me, that was a bipartisan effort. Because passing common sense legislation to protect people's lives and keep weapons out of the hands of dangerous individuals isn't a red or blue issue. It's a moral obligation. But now, progress is stalled. The majority party in Congress right now won't even debate basic gun safety legislation. And while they delay, people will continue to die. Let's be honest, the lives that are stolen by gun violence today are not tragedies of chance. They are the consequences of inaction. We need to build on the work we've done. For my part, I'll continue to champion legislation that bans assault weapons, closes background check loopholes, implements red flag laws, and holds the gun industry accountable. Thoughts and prayers have never been enough, because prayer without action is just complacency dressed up as compassion. And I promise to keep the voices of survivors and advocates at the center of this fight. Americans want change, not callousness. Stay in touch, and I'll do the same.